They benched Ben Simmons, and they got out to a really hot start against the Celtics tonight. Celtics struggled in this one. No doubt about it. I don't know if it was a hangover from that Warriors game. I mean, just to give you an update, the Warriors were down by 40 points. They gave up 80 points in the first half tonight to Cleveland. So I'm sure they were hungover from their win against Boston as well. But the Celtics are 8-2. They won tonight. There are some things to be concerned about. But let's start with the positive. Jason Tatum continues to lead the way. He had a hell of a defensive series down the stretch. He switched on Cam Thomas with a big night, but he avoided fouling him. And it ended up being a shot clock violation, but, could have been a foul. I thought it was really good defense there. There was 23 seconds left in the game when that happened. So I thought Tatum had really good lockdown defense late in the game. And then Old Faithful Al Horford, who has struggled this year. I personally want him to be the center. I don't want him to be the power forward. But tonight, I think he broke out of whatever he's been in, or, because he didn't really play much in the preseason. But tonight, Horford played 31 minutes, went 3 for 9 from downtown, 13 points, 10 rebounds. He had a big block, a steal. That's the kind of night you want from Al Horford, and they needed it. Right now, without Kristaps Porzingis, without Jaylen Brown, who would have thought Luke Cornett would be a big loss for this team, but now you're starting to see what Tillman gives you without Cornett. Team needs help scoring. Sam Hauser's not right now either. They need to find ways to score, and why not Old Faithful and Al Horford tonight? Wasn't afraid to take the shot. So there's one pause. Peyton Pritchard continues to dominate. 34 minutes. He went 6 of 11 from the field and 3 of 7 from downtown. 20 points off the bench. He continues to be the 6th man of the year candidate. But altogether, they got 31 points from their bench, which, hey, not a bad night, but they need scoring help. And they got nothing from Tillman tonight. Nothing. Jordan Walsh played 11 minutes. He probably was out there as the extra body and an assist and a block, but he gave him nothing offensively either. Who would have thought the Celtics need help offensively? It's injuries right now, so I'm not concerned. They're 8-2. They got Milwaukee. They'll take care of business on Sunday. I believe that. But right now, they have to find different guys to step up and score every night. So you've been treated to some pretty good basketball over the last couple of games, and we'll see another one this Sunday with the Milwaukee Bucks. We will get a look at the Sports Hub headlines. I got a couple of big takeaways that I wanted to bring up, just a bunch of things that are bothering me about watching the game tonight. And I'm interested to hear what Joe Mazzulla has to say after the game as well. You can call in 617-779-0985. We're on YouTube as well. Just go to youtube.com and search 98.5 The Sports Hub. You can chat in as well. We got about a half hour to go. If we run out of Celtic stuff, I might just give you my take. And I wanted to do Joe Me the Money tonight, so I'll give you a couple of picks this weekend before we get out of here. And, of course, I got something for you on the Bears game this weekend as the kids are playing, kid quarterbacks. Drake May and Caleb Williams, both matching up this weekend. So feel free to call in if you'd like, 617-779-0985. We'll take a quick look at the Sports Hub headlines, and I'll have a full breakdown of the Celtics, their win tonight. We'll do that coming up next here on the Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
Celtics 108-104 winners over Brooklyn. They trailed the entire game, and then they won. Now they'll take on the Milwaukee Bucks.
years.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Schroeder into the offensive end. He'll take a three. It's no good, and that'll give us our final margin. Wasn't easy. Wasn't pretty. But the Celtics keep pace with the Cavs and go to 8-2. The final score in overtime. Boston 108, Brooklyn 104. Man.
Back here, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Got my mind on the road. And go to the ground.
Celtics win tonight. Anyone concerned? I'm not. Sounds like our intern Joey is, though. Intern Joey, hello, sir.
Hey, how we doing, Joe? You can hear me fine?
I hear you loud and clear, sir.
How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, you're going home in 20 minutes.
Okay, it's always good.
What, are you worried about the Celtics?
I am a little bit, Joe. I mean, first thing I'll start off with, though, is this crowd was way better than the crowd that we heard on Wednesday.
Yeah, the cheaper seats.
I really like that.
Yeah, the cheaper tickets for the Brooklyn game.
Yeah, you can tell. I really like how my boy Pritchard's playing. He's looking a lot like sixth man of the year. And Keita had some big rebounds.
Keita rebounds. So, yeah, were you surprised he didn't start?
I mean, he was getting cooked by Schroeder a couple of times in this game. His perimeter defense wasn't up to par.
Are you worried?
I am worried.
Why?
But I think they can clean it up. I think it's a couple easy things.
Why are you worried?
First thing that I didn't like about them this game was that end of the game play. Well, I like that we're getting Jason Tatum in an isolation because he's so good at that.
Yeah, but they always do that one, so you can't be upset about that. That's consistent.
But this is what I'll say. The game's tied. Why are we having him shoot a three?
Well, that's
Get him downhill.
It's not like Missoula doesn't. They just give it to him and he does it. But it happens. Everyone in the league does that.
I don't know. It's just my opinion, maybe. But I really think go for a higher percentage shot.
Okay, but you're worried.
A little bit. I'll give an example like this, and their defense is something that hopefully when we get Brown back, we can see a really big improvement in. But I just think they're not locked in all the time. And I think a great example of that was we look back to when Derek White got caught sleeping, let his guy go backdoor on him, and Schroeder just found him in for an easy layup. I think a moment like that just goes to show the Celtics aren't locked in on defense all the time, which that is something that's concerning.
So I'll give you that one, Joey. And I'll see you on Monday, buddy. Thank you.
Of course.
All right, man. Take care. I was trying to get an answer out of him. Is he scared? He didn't say yes or no. He just said,
Can't pin him down.
I can't. I know he wasn't having it, by the way. All right, I'm going to just blast these off. You ready, guys? Tillman starting didn't work. Out.
No, he if he's not hitting his shot, he can't be out there.
The threes weren't falling.
Sam Hauser. Not a good night for Hauser party of one. JR party of two, you and Jay Stu.
Not happy about that. But he did have 8 points. Passengers. We say it in hockey a lot. They're all just gliding. They all think they honestly, they're so good that they can play like this and still win. So I'm being critical when I say they're all a bunch of passengers.
I thought even Pritchard, a guy who's been awesome, I thought there were times in the fourth quarter where Tatum was dishing to the right guys. He was getting guys open, and whether it was Horford, Hauser, Hauser was taking some of them, but he wasn't making them. Pritchard, I thought some of these guys were passing up shots, and you pointed out that Horford started to take them as the quarter went on, but the passenger thing I think is a good one because Jason Tatum is your star player. You defer to your star player. But when your star player is deferring to you, kicking it out to you because you're wide open, you have to take the shot. And some of the guys tonight didn't seem like they wanted to take the shot.
Speaking of shots, I want Derek White taking the technical fouls. By the way, how did Brooklyn start the overtime with a technical? Shouldn't that have ended the game?
Would have been nice, right? I guess it was after the final whistle.
And then Tatum missed the free throw. Just let Derek White shoot those.
It should be Pritchard or White.
Okay, you agree. Thank you. The step back at the buzzer, I'm just not going to get into it because they do it every time. It's consistent.
Well, the play is consistent. What Jason Tatum does on the play is not always consistent. But the play they run, it's an old Brad Stevens play. They've been running it forever. It's the same play. He hit the step back three on Joel Embiid. It's the same play where he dunked on Jared Allen last year. Tatum comes flying out. They call it going downhill. They have a name for it, basically, on the run, something like that. But the play is the play. It's get Jason Tatum the ball, let him get ahead of steam. Whether Tatum drives or takes a three, that's Tatum's decision. So the play is what it is. What Tatum does, then you can have a problem with that, fine, but that's the play. You might not like it, but that's the play they're going to run.
I thought Joe Mazzulla had a really good after timeout play that they set up, and it worked.
Very Brad Stevens-esque as well, that play.
Right. So I'm giving him credit because the other night I got on him about making adjustments, not an error repeater. And then these were what I had. Effort, 50-50 balls. They're getting beat. 2 games in a row, they're getting beat. So if you want to talk about passengers or effort or not being locked in, you're right because they're losing the 50-50 battle. By the way, I think they beat the Warriors if they win the 50-50 battle. Here's one. They're shooting 35% or worse from 3 in their last 4 games. So keep your eye on that one. Okay.
No, sorry.
Oh, you had something on that?
Well, yeah, there were their bench tonight was an issue, and I know you touched on it a little bit, but there was a point in this game where Tatum was 5 of 10 from 3, and the bench was all other Celtics starters were 2 of 18. Then it became Tatum and Pritchard were the only, besides Tatum and Pritchard, the team was 4 of 28 from behind the line.
And then Horford hit his, so it would have been 5.
And then Hauser hit one late as well, finally.
Yeah.
But so the Celtics rely on these guys to hit open shots. They were getting open shots tonight. They weren't hitting them.
Here's one for you. They're getting beat at the rim big time. 24 of 44 tonight at the rim. Points in the paint. Points.
Paint points. Points in the paint.
They're getting beat. They are getting beat there. And then they have not lost back-to-back games since the playoffs of 2023. There was a couple of times I was thinking about live betting Brooklyn. But then I remembered they haven't lost back-to-back games in a long time. So, anything else here? I mean, I think Tillman. Oh, Hauser. I know you brought him up. Okay, who would have thought that Luke Cornett, in his absence, would make an impact on the team? But it does. See, this is glue guy, right? Glue guy. People always say, oh, Cornett, he's probably not going to. Cornett's probably their most consistent player that they have. You know what you're going to get from him every time. He knows he needs to rebound. He does very well at offensive rebounds, and he actually blocks the paint. And you know what else? People laugh at it, but he contests every shot. Tillman's supposed to be good on the pick and roll defensively. And now he's trying to shoot threes. When he's wide open in the corner, it wasn't a quality shot. Also, you know who else was wide open in the corner tonight that a lot of missed? Hauser. They got to make those shots. They did it the other night. Remember, Horford passed it in the corner again, and they missed it. What's going on with the corner threes? I'm not freaking out or anything. I'm just... Hey, Neil. Neil's leaving, everybody. I think we're going to leave, too. Let's take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. He's Skaz here on the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
All right, back here at 98.5 The Sports Hub. Programming notes, we have a full show on Monday. We're back. In or out, musings. We're back. We have gone.
You sure about that?
Yes, I am.
We've had. All right, so for me, it's been 12 with the Patriots. 12 straight shows with games. And it's going to, well, and then I'll start another one on Sunday. So, Skaz, I got to read this tweet from you. A man named Anthony Red. Joe, if you don't want to work on Friday night, could you let someone who does have the shift? It's horrible radio. The intern called in with a bunch of good points about the game, and you didn't even listen and just kept mumbling. Are you scared? Who do you think you are? Awful. Well, sir, my name is Joe Murray, and I am the night host here at 98.5 The Sports Hub. I've worked here for 13 years. I've been in radio for 17 now. And the intern called in and sounded like he was scared. And, of course, I love Joe the intern. And I wanted a direct answer. Great points. Awesome. Are you scared? They're 8-2. Bro, what are you scared? Are you scared? Is that what you're telling me, Mr. Red? You're scared. You're scared. I am showing zero emotion. I am not worried at all about the Celtics. So that's a you problem, not a me problem. You. Am I awake yet for you? Is this horrible radio? We do damn well at night, so don't tell me. I know what horrible radio is. Trust me. You don't know where I came from. Horrible radio over there. If you're scared about the Celtics or worried about the Celtics after what they're going through over the last couple of games and all the injuries you have, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. They're 8-2. Yes, Jaylen Brown's out. Could that be a concern? Absolutely. If Jaylen Brown or Kristaps Porzingis are out for any more time than projected, problem. If they miss playoff time, problem. Until then, they can show up against the Brooklyn Nets and win in overtime by 4. And I'm not going to sweat one bit about it. So if I sound bored, this is what the Celtics looked like tonight. They looked bored. So don't blame me for bad radio. Blame them. Because they know that they can beat anybody in the league. So when someone calls in and tells me that they're worried because I didn't get us scared. Did anyone tell me they were scared? Who do I think I am? Who do you think you are? Who do I think I am?
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
You want me to get scared about the Celtics, Gaz? I think they can beat anybody.
The Celtics played probably I would say their worst game of the year tonight, and they won.
I'm not scared. Did you see Sir, I did work. You should see this list. You don't see me, that's why. Go on YouTube. I'll show you my damn list. I wrote notes all night long. I did an event today at Bob's Discount Furniture where they had hoodsies and Swedish fish, and they were amazing. Look at this list. Look at this list. Ready? Tillman starting. Threes weren't falling. Passengers. Derek White should shoot technicals. Step back shot in regulation. ATO Missoula. Horford 3 is the man. 50-50 balls in effort. 35% or worse from 3 in the last 4 games. Brooklyn killed him at the rim again. And they haven't lost back-to-back games since 2023. And then Cornette, Porzingis are down. That's why the only reason why Tillman's playing at all. And once Hauser and Brown come back, they're going to score more. I'm sorry for your horrible radio show. Enjoy your weekend. All right, who you like this weekend, Skaz? I feel like that should be a transition one day at night. So, Skaz, Bears, Patriots, what do you think?
Enjoy your weekend. Who do you like this weekend?
I'm taking the Bears -6. I'm taking DeAndre Swift to run for over 100 yards. And you know what? I'm even going to take DJ Moore to have whatever over receptions that he has because they're going to. That's what I needed. Where were you at 6 o'clock today, sir, with my horrible radio show?
Almost want to thank that tweeter for making my life easy this last segment.
He called in with good points, and you mumbled the whole time.
Joe, one I like this weekend. Tell me your feelings on this. The Jets -1.5 at the Cardinals.
Vomit.
You don't like it?
I would just rather throw up.
I just think new Call of Duty's out. And Kyler Murray's probably been doing a lot of that lately. And Jets are starting to figure something out. Maybe, I don't know.
I got one for you this weekend. No one's gonna like it. Give me the Tennessee Titans to cover the 7.5 versus the Chargers. Ring it. It's ugly, but ring it, baby. Oh, and then we got college football tomorrow. I'll give you one in college because I'm ready to go. I got Georgia over Ole Miss. Woof, woof, woof. Bulldog.